Hello everybody, thanks for tuning into Skern Station. I'm FISKERS and today we will go through the PvE Assassination Rogue Guide for patch 8.3, which will show you the most important things you need to know for this specialization. In this video we will check the following: strengths and weaknesses, the recommended builds and talents, top Azeroth traits as well as the stat priority, the best essences that you should use, the best corruption effects, as well as in the end the combat rotation. So let us start with the strengths and weaknesses. Assassination Rogues have great sustained single target DPS and bring in addition decent cleave damage. All rogue specializations in general have a great defensive toolkit and they bring excellent utility to groups with Shroud for skipping enemies in Mythic Plus if required. Unfortunately, they don't have good burst AoE and have only a short-term cleave. They are also very cooldown reliant. Now let's continue with the talents. In the first row, it is recommended to pick Elaborate Planning. This is the best choice to increase your DPS at this moment. In the second row, pick Subterfuge. It is a great choice and will allow you to apply on several enemies Garrote once you get out of stealth, boosting your DPS significantly. During combat, you should vanish and reapply Garrote on 3-4 enemies whenever it's possible. Pick Figure. It is an excellent talent on the third row. If you prefer to play with Marked for Death, this is also a great talent. Concerning the fourth row, you should pick Cheat Death. In row 5, pick Prey on the Weak. This talent is recommendable because it will boost the damage of the group on focus targets in Raids and Mythic Plus. Toxic Blade is an excellent talent. You will stab the enemy, dealing heavy nature damage and increase the damage of your poisons against the target by 30%. This increases the damages of Envenom and Poison Bomb. Last but not least, pick Poison Bomb. This is the best option in this final row. These were the recommended talents. Feel free to share with us your opinion, as well as your own build talent, in the comment section below. Let's continue now with the Azeroth armor traits for the first two outer rings, tier 4 and 3. In this overview, you can see the DPS per second for 1, 2 or 3 stacked Azeroth traits. Green is if you have only one trait, white if you have 2 Azeroth armor pieces with the same trait, and blue if you have it with all 3 Azeroth armor pieces. Endless Hunger and Ancient's Bulwark are the strongest traits for 2 outer rings. In the second graph, you see that Overwhelming Power is the best trait for the tier 2 ring. Overall, Azeroth traits are very important and you should keep these 2 graphs in mind when you receive new Azeroth gear. Let's proceed with the stat priority for Assassination Rogues. To boost your overall multi-target DPS, it is important to keep this order in mind. First of all, Critical Strike. Secondly, Mastery. Thirdly, Versatility. Fourthly, Haste. Essences are also a key part that you require to do good damage. I recommend to pick Blood of the Enemy as your major essence if you have it. If not, consider Essence of the Focusing Iris as an easy to get alternative. The best minor essences are Breath of the Dying and Memory of Lucid Dreams, as well as Conflict and Strife. With patch 8.3, Blizzard introduced corruption effects. In my opinion, the best corruption for essences for Assassination Rogues are Twisted Appendage and Severe, that increase the amount of critical strike from all sources by a certain percentage. Also, Infinite Stars can be good. Here it is quite random what effects you get from your loot, unfortunately. I recommend also Twilight Devastation if you have good items with this effect. It's a lot of fun to see the beam go through packs of enemies doing insane damage. It's not the best though, but fun to play. Now that we know all the important stuff concerning this specialization, let's proceed with the combat rotation. The single target combat rotation is as follows. Maintain Garrote out of stealth if possible to benefit from Subterfuge. Don't override the empowered Garrote effects. Maintain Rupture on the target. Activate Vendetta cooldown when available. Use Vanish on cooldown to benefit during combat from Subterfuge and apply to the target Garrote before it runs out. Use Toxic Blade when available. Ensure to have enough combo points and energy before to be able to use 2-3 Envenoms, minimum 4 combo points to boost further the damage. Use Mutilate to generate your combo points in between. The multi-target rotation is very similar to the single target rotation. Maintain Garrote on 3-4 targets, out of stealth if possible to benefit from Subterfuge. Don't override empowered ones. Maintain Rupture on as many targets as you can. Use Envenom instead if targets are about to die and if it's not worth using Rupture. Activate Vendetta cooldown when available. Use Vanish on cooldown to benefit during combat from Subterfuge and apply to 3-4 targets an empowered Garrote before it runs out. Use Toxic Blade when available. Ensure to have enough combo points and energy before to be able to use 2-3 Envenoms, minimum 4 combo points, to boost further the damage. Use Fan of Knives to generate combo points if fighting 4 or more targets. Use Mutilate if you are fighting 2-3 targets instead. As a general tip, you should never have more than 80 energy when activating Vendetta on the target. Also try to apply Vendetta only on target that will live for the entire duration of this cooldown. Line up your Vendetta with Vanish if you can. Furthermore, you can safely refresh Rupture at 6 seconds or less. Be sure that all enemies are poisoned. If not, use Fan of Knives to reapply it. So people, I hope you enjoyed this video and it helps you in becoming a better rogue player. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Bye!